This is Pastor Jerry once again with Raised, and in here in front of our rabbit hutch, we had a young man with Troop 171 in Mooresville, North Carolina, came out and built this rabbit hutch, and we're raising rabbits. Rabbits in permaculture, they do several things, serve as a great source of some very good and mild fertilizer. You can take their manure, you can soak it in some water and have compost tea, so to speak, or it makes it a little more mild. They do have a lot of nitrogen in their manure, but it's ready to go. And so we take, many times we'll take the manure here that's in some hay bedding, and we put it on the gardens, just like that. I'll cover these up with a layer of mulch. It's hopefully gonna rain here tomorrow, so that's why I'm not covering it up already. If it rains, when it rains, I'll be positive and faith-filled about the rain that we need so desperately. We're in quite a drought right now. So when it rains, I'll put a layer of mulch on top of the manure, which is on top of the compost. And what we do is we will bring it up a little higher than the cinder blocks that serve as our border. And then as the year goes on, what we can tell is, as I'm looking at this garden today, we had it about 2 inches higher than the level of the cinder block. This particular garden number 7, was 36 inches that I have the garden in above ground. And as the garden continues to mature, it's only about 2.5 years old. Most scientists, soil scientists, will tell you it takes from 3 to 7 years to dial in a soil system. And every year it gets more fertile, because we're putting in more compost and more manure and more mulch. Mulch doesn't have a whole lot of nutrients, but that's not what we're using it for. It does have carbon, but we're using it as an insulation, as a weed block, as a water preservant, and so it works so well in this process of organic, sustainable raised bed gardening. So at the end of the growing season this year, this whole garden was down 10 to 14 inches. And my mentor, Mr. Mike Price, had taught me that it's a living thing. And if all you're doing is bringing out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of tomatoes from garden number 7, and you never put anything out, it recedes, because we're taking out all those hundreds of pounds, putting nothing back in. The garden is a living thing, so we like to feed it. And we feed it manure, nutrients, all natural things. That's where the compost, that we have the compost piles to my right, and we compost in black barrels that were given to us by Mount Olive Pickles. Thank you to that fine company. They have a great product and they have a great heart. And then we'll put our mulch in that has been donated to us by ChipDrop. So we keep it out of the landfill, and it saves them man hours and diesel fuel. So we're trying to be good stewards of this planet that God has entrusted to us. Once again, the rabbits, they put in manure, they put protein into a village, and their waste, it works very well. A lot of the scraps from the garden go to the rabbits along with organic feed. If you'd like to know more, check us out at pastorraised.com or at raisedministries.org. Say a prayer for us. May God bless and keep you. Goodbye.